Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So who else loves October as much as I do? This is probably my favorite month ever. Yes, even over my birthday month. So I wanted to show you guys how to decorate these really cute, really simple Halloween cookies. How cute are these guys? So let's get started. You're going to start off with some thick consistency royal icing. So you're going to go ahead and create that border all around the edges. You're just going to follow the shape of your cookie, super simple. And when you're making your royal icing, to make it a thicker consistency, you just add a little bit of powdered sugar at a time until you like your consistency. So I'm going to go ahead and pipe out all my cookies that are going to be white, and this border will help protect any overflow of your flooding consistency royal icing. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words as always. So I'm just creating that border around these cookies. There we go. And then I'm going to come in with my flooding consistency royal icing. And to make it a flooding consistency, you just add a little bit of water at a time. And when you run a knife through it, it should come together within 5 seconds. If it's any faster than that, it's too thin. Just go back in with some powdered sugar. You're going to go ahead and flatten those cookies. Follow the outline of the cookie that you made. And you go all the way around until your whole cookie is filled. I guess I could have cut the bottom of that hole a little bigger so it didn't take that long to flood the cookie. And I know some people, when they're filling in their cookies, they always have a scribe tool on hand to fill in those spots. I usually just use the tip of my bag, but you can always use a scribe or even a toothpick just to fill in those little holes or pop those air bubbles. And I just give it a little shake to smooth it out. And there we go, it smooths right out and it'll just come together. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up for you guys, so I'm just doing the same process here so you guys don't have to keep watching the same thing. Filling in that circle, struggling a little bit. Fill it in, give it a little shake. You're going to repeat the same thing with that last one. Sorry if you can hear my brothers in the background, they're super loud. I'm literally all the way across the house. Give it a shake, and we're going to move on to the next one. I'm going to come in with some black thick consistency royal icing. It's like a writing consistency. If you write on top of it, it's not going to sink into each other like the flooding consistency would. I'm going to outline my bat. And as always, guys, I will have my cookie recipe down below. If you want my royal icing recipe, I'll go ahead and add that in there too, but you can just search up any simple royal icing recipe. I don't use anything fancy. Now come in with that flooding consistency and fill in that bat. I'm really struggling here for some reason. I recorded this like at 10:30. And this was after decorating a couple dozen cookies already, so my hands were hurting. Go ahead, fill it in. Give it a little shake, just like the other ones. Fill in the top of that hair. Shake it. Okay, guys, and I want you to let these sit and dry for 30 minutes to an hour. If you don't have to let them sit and dry, but it's best that you should. My hands were hurting here. And let them dry so that your colors don't bleed together. So here I'm going to do the eyeball, and I'm just piping in a circle. That's going to be the outline of the center of the eyeball. And you don't have to use green, you can use any color you want. Wow, that is a messed up circle. Now I'm just going to go in with that flat consistency royal icing. Fill it in. And then I'm going to come in with some black to make the center of that eyeball. And I went ahead and used the thick consistency, and I just piped on a circle on that. Just apply a little more pressure to get it all out. And then come in with white to add that little accent to the eye, the little shimmer to the eye. And then for this part, you don't have to use red royal icing. You can always go in with the red edible marker. But I already had some red on hand, so I went ahead and did that and just create some lines. No perfect lines, just do, you know, here and there. It doesn't, if you look at your eyes, well, I hope your eyes aren't this red, honestly. But the little veins in your eyes are not, the little blood vessels, they're not perfect. They're just kind of all over the place. There we go. Super easy. Now I'm gonna outline the bottom of Frank's face. Well, his whole face, not just the bottom. And then I was gonna outline the hair also, but you really don't have to because that hair is already dry. So you can just leave it as is or outline it however you'd like to do it. And then come in with that flood consistency green and go ahead and fill in his face. What's going on here? Come on, flood in the face. There we go. And this is real-time flooding, guys. Now you can see how much time it actually takes to decorate these cookies. They're beautiful cookies, but they are very tedious and time-consuming to make. So some bakers do charge quite a bit, and this is why. This is exactly why. Because I'm only making a few cookies here, and it took me probably about 15 minutes just to flood. That's not even including the details I go back in with. So fill that in and then give it a little shake to smooth it out, or go in with your scribe or your toothpick. And then I'm going to add in where am I here? What's going on? Oh, here we are. I'm going to add in a 1/4 cup of eyeballs. Just kidding, I didn't have anywhere else to put those things. I couldn't find a cute little bowl, so I have some edible eyeballs here. You can always go in with your royal icing and make some eyeballs, but I had these guys, so I just popped them right onto Frank's face. Tried to center them. They're a little off, but that's alright. Push them down. Now you're going to go ahead and let him dry for 30 minutes to an hour at least. You can let them dry longer. And then I'm going to go ahead and make eyeballs here, and I did little ovals. I just thought it looked cuter that the mummy's eyeballs were little ovals. And then I'm gonna go in with the black, just like I did with that other eyeball. Go with the black, and then your white. Now you're going to come in with some of that thick royal icing, the piping consistency royal icing, and you're going to create some lines, just random lines all over the place to make it look like this guy's bandages. Just however you like. I feel like I was being way too neat here. You do not have to be this neat. Just create those random lines all over the place until you like the way he looks. And the cool thing about these guys is that you don't need fancy Halloween shapes. These are literally just circles I've had in my drawer. And that ghost up there is actually a tulip cookie cutter. I just cut off the stem and flipped it over, and that's how I made that ghost. So there's his bandages. They're all on there. How cute is this? I love it. And then I'm going to go ahead and create the ghost eyes. Just do 2 little ovals up top, and then for the mouth, make it more round than the eyes. It's as simple as that. And like I said, it was just a tulip cookie cutter, and I flipped it over. You don't need any fancy cutters here, just probably for the bat. you would need a back cookie cutter. And then I'm going to pipe on 2 little red dots for the bat. Now that I'm looking at this guy, I could have added fangs, but it still looks cool just like that. So now, Frank, I did not let him dry, as you can see, because he's shiny. But you should let him dry because your colors will bleed, and that's not that cute. So I'm just adding on his stitches, and then his little squiggly mouth. He looks afraid, and then add on his bolts on the side of his face. And there you have it. Look how simple that was. And all you needed was 3 colors here, white, green, and black. You can always, oh, and red, just kidding, 4. But you can always use whatever colors you'd like. Like, you don't have to do a green eyeball. You can do purple, orange, red, whatever. You know, it's Halloween. Get creative with this. Oh yeah, add on Frank's nose. I just realized I skipped over that part. Add on his nose, and here you have it. Look how simple it was. They are very time consuming, but overall pretty simple to make. I will have the recipe to my cookie dough right in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. See you later.